All right, I'm gonna start this. All right, hey everybody, how's it going? This is Sergio Dominguez with another live stream. Sergio Studios Extra. So I want to do another live stream. It's been a while. So I'm going to draw characters from the Sergio show. I already showed you how to draw Sergio, and that's basically it for this point. But I want to do a nice live stream of drawing other characters from the show. Trying to see if this camera's in focus, but it is. So if you want to join me, I'm going to do this live. I haven't really drawn these characters in a while. It will come off a little off model, but you know what? It'll be fine. It'll be fun. I just want to draw some things from the show that isn't just me. Even though I do like drawing myself, cartoon version of me, but yeah, there's other characters on the show that I should show you how I draw them. So, if you join me, join me. If not, that's fine. So, let's get started. Okay. And if there's any questions in the chat or about the show or any characters you think about you want me to draw, let me know, you know? So, also, can anyone hear me? I think so. Yes. Okay. So, I'm going to get started with my good friend Juan. I think it was the second character or first character to appear on the show that isn't me. So we're going to start off with a nice doodle of him. So I start off with a nice big circular head right here, and then how do I? Then I like to draw his head first sometimes. I don't know why. Over the years, Juan is one of the few characters that actually went through the least amount of design changes, the least. I think the reason why is because I think what I drew him the first time, it worked. No, he's been my friend ever since 2005. It'll be 15 years to this year. The only thing design-wise would be his hands later on, and also, of course, the nose. No, I'm kidding. The hat! The hat. So... the recording device and just improvise the first line of the show. Juan was there. I was like, okay, Juan, you know what? I'm going to start my own show. I'm going to record it out of this device. And when I did, he told me, after saying the first line, he said to record it again. So it was the first line of the show that was ever recorded was the second take. And the line was, "Hello and welcome to the Sergio Show. I'm your host, Sergio Dominguez." That was the first line I ever said for the show, and it was the second take because he didn't like the first take. And yeah, even though the first line was the intro, the first line I ever recorded for the show was, "Hello, welcome to the Sergio Show. I'm your host, Sergio Dominguez," and he was there for that, you know. So he has an historical moment in the show. Later on, I would promote him to executive producer for the show. And he's been my executive producer ever since. Always a nice thumbs up. Now, for the longest time, I'm going to draw him on the side. For not even the longest time, at least 20-something episodes in, he never had the hat, of course. When he started, he had this, haircut. And I liked the haircut that I drew for him. I thought it worked because it was kind of unique. So let me actually draw his original head on the side. So it was more like this. Boom, boom, boom. Let me see if I can remember this. I'm a little bit rusty for these characters, and I'm doing this in marker live. Also, I like the way I drew his eyebrows. They have that kind of shape. Juan's a great friend, and there's also another great friend in the show that I'm going to draw too. Hey, Serge. His first lines and dialogue for the show were through his phone. Because it was all improvised. The whole episode, for the most part, was improvised except for one segment. So, my eyes itch, I gotta be careful. So that was it. So that's why when you listen to that first episode, it is very staticky because I put my iPod recording device like right here with my cell phone here and me here trying to improvise the lines and go through it. So it's funny to talk about this era. Now I started trying to get the show up, but I don't want. I'm talking about the past of the show, which I enjoyed doing, like what I've learned and stuff. But I'm gonna talk about it in a couple of days. Yeah, in 2 days actually, because in 2 days it'll be the 12th anniversary of the Sergio show. So I do want to talk about the history and maybe answer some questions of the show on that specific day. So I just want to draw today and chill. Draw live. So yeah, I'm kind of off model, but I don't draw this character that often. Hey, Serge. Hey, Juan. Juan also had his own short. You know, I'm going to draw a couple more drawings of Juan before we get to another character. And let me try a different kind of marker. Let me add some variety now that I know how to doodle him. Should I draw him in brown? No. Maybe... He likes pink. No, he doesn't. I'll give it a light blue with a Mr. Sketch. I don't think I let people know about this stream. Either that or everybody's busy around this time, but it's okay. I can know. Everybody streams at random moments of time, and I was just feeling of streaming right now. So I drew him sometimes in different ways in some rare occasions, but he's always on model because he's always a nice, like, static character. But whenever I make him do expressive things, it's always really funny. So let me draw him a couple facial expressions, like. There was one I drew for episode 138 where it was like... It was like this. Believe it or not, Juan is a pretty good voice actor. I mean, he has no training at all. He just likes saying things. Voice acting. I think he once played a character over the phone, and I thought, oh, it was funny. I don't know how to add it to the show, and he's like said this character over a decade ago, but I'll find a way to put that voice of that character in a show in the future. But yeah, oh yeah, around this year, 10 years ago, I made a spin-off short of Juan called Juan Perez. It's on the Sergio Studios channel, and there was also a remastered version of it that I think I had to fix because of copyright reasons in some parts. Also in the Sergio Studios Extra channel. And this was at a time where one character from one show was getting a spin-off, so I was like, oh, let me do it with Juan. I was also going to be a series too. Like, I was going to make episodes of that too, but at the time I didn't have that much experience, but I was so excited, so I was like giving it a chance. But by the time I did the first short, the first short took over a year, and the show was slower than I expected from my experience and technology. That I'll just do one short and that's it. I just focus on the show for the most part and go on and off with episodes and other shorts of other characters. You know. Okay. So the short was fun to make. Took a while, but. I always like drawing these like cartoons with big shiny eyes. Look at them. That was beautiful. I did like the hat episode. One gets a hat because at one point where he came to visit and he found this hat which was this and he loved it so much and it just separated him image wise. So that ended up being an episode of the show. And it was his idea to swear in the episode. I was against it, but this is like episode what, 28, 29? But yes. That was my automatic ear sprayer. I'm just doodling him off model. Let me draw a nice goofy one, like yee. And it's like, and without his hat, this one. And without his hat. I know. There's a point where I realized, oh my gosh, I don't have one front view. So I think later on I gave him a front view design. Like a front view puppet. Which I don't use that often, but whenever I do, I do. Anime Juan. Alright. And let me just check if there's anyone in the chat. Anyone in here? 2! Wow! Alright. So there's that one. If there's any questions about the show or any characters that I feel comfortable answering or doing, let me know. But you know that. So, everybody, welcome. Welcome to my 4th live stream ever. It's fun to have nice, like, 2 webcams. One here and one down here. I had multiple webcams before, but for, like, video production, not for live stream. And I got this baby right here where I'm pointing to a couple months ago. I know it's for streaming, but you can also use it for other filmmaking. But yeah, this is good for streaming. This is a better quality webcam than this. They're both same company, but this one's also HD. This one's also HD, but I want to use a slightly better one for this so you can see my drawings in proper quality. My little doodles! My doodly doodles! I want to draw something in green. Let me see. Well, the camera likes to automatically focus on this one. Probably because I put my hand too close. Okay. I'm just relaxing. Oh yeah, I know. I see like this. I see people going like playing video games in this amount of time, which I get. I'm not the biggest video game person. I like video games, especially back in the 90s. So I get it. But I feel like for me, this is a good time to do some live stream and drawing. I mean, I have the show I can work on. I even have the movie to work on. You know, at some point as of this recording, I'm just recording dialogue. Earlier this month, I don't know if I said this, but earlier this month, let me drink this water. Earlier this month, I finished episode 200, and I somehow made episode 201. It's not going to be released as episode 201. It'll be scheduled somewhere in season 21. But I've made 201 episodes, and I finished it earlier this month. And I wanted to take a break from actual animation production, but I still want to work on my other work, like the show and the movie. So I'm just doing a lot of simpler work. I don't want to go straight animation until this month is over, until I officially turn 29, which will be in 4 days. I think I'll do a live stream for that too, my birthday. But that's going to be the plan. There are always moments where I do take long, like certain specific breaks from animation production on the show, just because I've worked on them so long for so many chunks of the year. I do take breaks. I like taking them breaks mostly around Christmas time and my birthday. I like working through the summer and other times of the year, but you know, birthday and Christmas are always my favorite times to be like, relax. So I'm just preparing myself for what to animate and what to craft. So I do like do voice recordings and just making doodles and drawings before it yes. On the 29th of April, I'll be 29, so that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. I want to live stream that so badly. Same thing with in the next 2 days with the 12th anniversary of the show. So I'm okay with this being simple because hopefully maybe there might be a nice like crowd coming in on those 2 specific streams. We'll see. We'll see when it happens. So if it's just nice and chill, we can do that. Usually turn autofocus off. I don't know how. But the quality is really good, or is it just me on this? It's like you can see the wrinkles on my hand. So, all right. So I'll get back to actual production on the show when May begins and I have recordings to work on. But I like just audio recording and doodling for now until May starts. So, thanks for the early birthday wish. So, what next? I want to draw my other friend from the show, Neil, because his designs are interesting. But you know, I feel like drawing Toon City a little bit. A nice like doodle of the city that the show takes place. So let me just draw that. I want to make it nice and colorful. So first is the grass. I know, in the show, the grass had like 2 different shades of green. The thing is, it's so much detail. The city, even especially in a wide shot, it has so many details and drawings and, well, not details, but it is a lot of drawings and vector graphics for Toon Boom and the computer to handle that it would slow down and even crash sometimes. So sometimes I had to be like, okay, smaller shots, or I have to simplify some layers, or even some of these have to be just simple HD drawings to HD photos to import, JPEGs. So that's the grass. I think I'm drawing this too off model already, but you know what? I'm just here doodling. I'm just drawing these in simple different shades. And I'll also just draw the pavement in the road. Can anyone see this? Can anyone hear this? Oh yeah, as this recording, an episode came out, and the crowd is coming. So, yes, as of this recording, I did release an episode of the show, and it was another one of my beloved, not really, budget comeback episodes. Yeah, I like doing them just because it's simple and it is creative. I'm just showing different sides of Sergio that are just like simplified, like me as a stop motion toy, me in sketchbook form, me in screen form, me and I haven't released one where I was a sock puppet, right? I think I spoiled too much already. But the sock puppet one is my favorites, and also one coming up in season 20 that's also really fun, really fun. But I'm alright, everything's just fine. You know, we're just all relaxing in these tough times and trying to stay together. So I'm just drawing and just preparing my show. So everything's just fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. That one meme. Look at that. The road. I know. Sometimes, a lot of moments I have to like do this to my arm, and there's like a crack pop sound. It doesn't sound good, but it's been doing that for years. now to draw some buildings. Now, if you've seen buildings with cartoon faces, you probably know what I'm referencing. But it is simple, the idea of just a town where everything's not only the plan for not just Toon City, but the world that the show lives is because, you know, like a lot of us, we love cartoons. Not only we love cartoons and animation, but we love them in so many different styles. You know, we all grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, and it was all, you know, a creative, fun, inspiring time in that era. And all of them had so many different beautiful styles to them in different genres and companies. And sometimes when you love all these different designs so much, you just want them all together for yourself, you know? It's like the equivalent of like collecting toys or owning toys, where you have toys of this franchise with this design, and then owning franchise from a different company, but they have this specific design, and you have them all meshed together in your shelf. It's kind of like the Toon City is like equivalent to that, where so many different, not only cartoons exist, they know that they're cartoons, and they know they're in different styles and designs. One can be designed like this, one can be styled like that. And everybody's just, for the most part, happy living together. You know, I know. And that idea is not new. I think, you know, that idea is obviously not a new concept, but I wanted to execute mine as differently as possible, yet obviously inspired. Like a lot of great work is inspired by something else. You know? So, one building here. So I'm just going to scatter some buildings here. You know, we have one of those tiny buildings, and I smudge myself. Oh, when that happens. And also, I've said this before, but I'm left-handed. Inspirations. Alright. Put a nice little face. With an expression. A little door. A big dumb one right here. Yee. 2 doors. It's one of those kinds of buildings. Just those. Oh, we got a couple brown ones. When it comes to this is a nice question about the models of the show. They do change over time, because when you see the first episode and see the show now, it's always changed slightly, because when I made the first model, I didn't have any tablet or whatever, and I don't even have a simple tablet. It was trying to draw with a mouse with my right hand, so it was obviously a mess. But throughout season 1, the models would change and I would update it. 2011 was one of the big moments where I changed the Sergio model completely, with the head and even the torso a little bit. And I would obviously add more drawings. I had more hand gesture drawings and eye expressions and mouth expressions. So there are moments where I would just like add on to it, you know, so maybe, yeah, ultimately change some parts. I remember I did at one point redraw the torso and also modify the head a little bit. So it's made out of separate parts a little bit, but still the same layer. Because if you have a model with so many layers, it will become like technically difficult for the software to handle. So you have that, and yeah, they improve over time. So where? Here. Okay, I like a nice big one. One of those kinds of buildings. The hashtag represents the windows, or maybe the texture on the walls. Nice little, like, non-calm. Just doodling. Just scribble-bibbling. Oh, maybe I gotta do another drawing here. And sometimes I like to draw it like this. Like a crushed turn, like, pointed area. And yeah, some of them overlap. And be like, I should have used a thinner marker for this, but I'm just drawing for fun. I remember I got one comment saying, why are the outlines of my background so thick? And that's something I figure out realized that when I do backgrounds, I gotta be sure that the outlines are thin, either outlines or not even outlines at all. You know, in order for the characters to pop out, because with the thick outlines, it gets in the way. That's something I'm not the biggest fan of backgrounds, honestly, but I think a lot of you know that already. You know, I try to draw nice backgrounds with designs, and I always stick to good old gradient. But yeah, that's something I gotta be more self-aware. And when I set up these backgrounds, you gotta be a little bit better. Toon City, but let's see. A nice blue one. I'm gonna start connecting these. A nice middle one. This one's gonna have 3 windows. I want this one to be neutral. I'm neutral. Little window. Next one. Yeah, you know what? A nice swirly one. And yeah, a lot of shots you see in Toon City are like regular funky looking buildings, but there are moments whenever the show needs it, it will cut to a specific like building, like a gas station. There's an episode, I think, either came out or coming up. I can't believe I got lost. I got lost with that. But there's gonna be an episode where there's gonna be an episode where the character goes through another tour of Toon City, but it's a lot funnier than last time. Nice wonky one. Mean. Let's see. Now we got green. We're gonna connect this on. I'm gonna make a nice little sad one. I drew the thing, but whatever. Another one, I want it to be around here. So there's certain places in Toon City, like a regular town, but a lot funnier. Some of them will have faces. Sometimes where you notice that all of them, and you saw my foot, I apologize. Sometimes a building in Toon City will have a face, and sometimes they won't. You know, that always depends. It's always my decision. Because as much as I like faces on buildings, it could get too much, like too crowded, and maybe some of them don't deserve to have faces. But it is funny because when you give a building like what its purpose is, you try to say, okay, what is its face like? Because it just stays there, and it is what it is, like a bank. Banks are kind of boring, so they'll be bored all the time. Like, like I'm bored. I just make people get the money or deposit the money. So I want to be smile. A nice little sun. Probably gonna draw a nice background, nice blue sky. Look at my wonderful scribbles. I should have added a sign that says Toon City, but I've apparently just drew a landscape. I've doodled a little landscape. And there you have it, Toon City! I'll just show this for a couple seconds. Take a sip of water and go to the next page. And even do the next... I do want to talk a little bit about live streams so far. I've been, like a week in, and I've done 4 as of this moment, and it's been fun. Obviously, it's live, so you got to be careful what you say or do, especially when it's live on YouTube. But you guys know that. I also do know people go live on other social medias like Facebook and Twitter. So, I do want to try going live stream on those social medias, like Twitter especially. I think I have a bigger following on Twitter than Facebook or YouTube. Anybody in the chat agree or know anything about that? Because I do notice I have more followers and subscribers in my most subscribed channel on YouTube. I got like 475, but Twitter is almost 500. There was a moment where it was 500, but then my apologies come in, and I lost a couple, just a couple. But yeah. So I do want to try that. Maybe I'll have more fans. Well, fans joining in, because I know probably a lot of you were like knew this from all those other social media and just pops in over here while everybody was on Twitter, wants to see you on Twitter and just wants you to do more stuff in Twitter. So even then, when I live stream, especially maybe in Twitter, I gotta be careful too. You know what I'm saying. So I'll see in the future if I can try at least Twitter. I want to see how good going live on Twitter works. And anybody in the chat about going live on Twitter, or how your experience on trying to find the show on YouTube by because you probably, a lot of you use YouTube, but you probably have to like bounce from the social media you're already on to YouTube. It's all that's easy within like maybe 1 or 2 clicks of a button or a tap on your phone, but it's still convenient to just be on one social media. But we also got to have our images everywhere as much as possible. It is entertainment, after all. Where did you learn to draw? I like that question. Where do you learn to draw? I don't know. I'm blessed. The greatest joke I'll ever make. I just like drawing, and I had fun drawing a lot in art class in elementary school. I learned drawing from that. And yeah, just a lot of drawing, a lot of doodling. And learning through experience. Yeah. I don't watch that many tutorials. I did go to art college. But it's just me drawing a lot. And learning and looking at stuff that I want to redraw on screen and learn from that. Some tutorials. So it's basic. I did like to draw at a very young age. I did have some sort of talent, but I always loved drawing cartoons. Whenever I try to draw realistically, it comes off creepy, but yeah, it's how I roll. We're almost done with season 17. No, 18. Season 17 has been done. We're in season 18 of the show as of this recording, but I had it set up to April will be 18, May will be 19, and June will be the 20th season. It's kind of like what I did in April 2013, where I put all 10 episodes in 1 month times 3. Only because we're in a very unfortunate circumstance of, everybody trying to stay home. Everybody's just watching shows while they're trying to just hang on there. So that's what we're dealing with. I can't draw realism that well. So, oh yeah, I think I've been stuck in this building for too long. It's been 1 hour. So, the ink didn't bleed. All right, Neil. I'm gonna draw Neil. My friend of the show, Neil. I'm gonna draw him in 2 different designs. One, that first design from his first appearance of the show, and also his updated design, and I'll talk a little bit about it. So, I just have Neil. I have a picture of Neil off camera for reference because it's been a while since I drew Neil, especially in this design. So. Oh gosh, it's been a while. Well, he's very off model from what I'm looking at. It's been a while. All right, this is this is a mess. And there we go, a nice like happy accident. Whatever the heck this is Neil apparently. I'm looking at it at his original design right here, and I just screwed it up. If this was in pencil, it'd be so many eraser marks. You'll be seeing me like erasing like crazy. So yeah, there we go. It looks like a mess, but you know what? It's okay. I'm just doodling. Just drawing it for fun. I'm going to draw in this marker, the current design. But yeah, Neil's a college friend of mine. We became friends. We worked on the show a little bit. He made his first appearance like a decade ago. I think it's been 10 years. In episode 26. Yes. So at one point in the series, he's all like, I want to update the design. I want to change the design. I'm like, sure. So I drew Neil a couple of times. What he want? He gave me some notes. What he wanted to be redesigned of. So it was a back and forth over a messaging app, and it became like that. It became like the new design that I'm about to do. I'm about to butcher it. It's very likely, but I'm not here to be perfect, to draw perfectly. If I would have done this in pencil and paper. Whatever. I'm just here relaxing and drawing. I think I've said this 5 times already. So, stance on politics. On the internet, I'll keep it to myself. For now, ha 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 ha. Like the last thing you want to hear an artist talk about is politics. Maybe. Whatever. Politics is a very sensitive subject, so I'll just keep it to myself. I'm sorry. So very sorry. Yeah, an artist on politics. Well, yeah, we have political cartoons. And just people expressing their opinions on a certain politician through the art of the caricature and through social commentary and satire. Well, I don't know. I'm just talking, just saying random stuff. But again, gotta be careful what I say because this is previously recorded. Once it's done recording live. I know, I'm drawing Neil differently. But Neil's a good friend of mine. I think when I redrew him, obviously I drew the hair, drew a different outfit. I think I modified the nose a teeny bit more. I do use Wacom. I have a Wacom Cintiq behind me. I will make a stream where I use the Wacom and Toon Boom. Again, I'm slowly graduating into this. I do want to do a couple, like maybe 1 or 2 more streams until I get to the one with Wacom. You know, it's not like I'm scared or nervous or anything. I just want to still try off doing this really nice 2-camera webcam live thing. Slightly better, but a little off model. But, you know, it was never my intention to really draw these on model properly. So we got a couple of Neils in the stream. No, I just saved a bunch of money. I saved a bunch of money for a certain long time. Alright, and we got a couple of Neils. One off model, one slightly more on model. Whatever this is. Anybody in the chat want me to draw a character from the show? I don't want to draw characters that I didn't create, you know, copyright reasons. So, any characters from the show. I know one character I really do want to draw in front of all of you. A quick couple-minute break to think about the next character. Just characters from the show. I know I want to do one doodle stream where I do just draw like cartoon characters. I have this one idea where I'm like, I could draw cartoon characters, but I don't want to get into copyright trouble. So obviously I would draw them on purpose on model. You know, like a ripoff, because the people that got away with, you know, just if you can't draw the exact copywritten character, just draw a ripoff of it. Just be so off model that it's not really the character, and you can get away with it. Kind of, right? Anybody in the chat understand what I'm saying? Can anybody hear me? Sometimes I don't know if the mic is close enough, but I know this is a really awesome blue microphone. Hold on. Yeah. So. Yeah, I wish I can believe you. I wish. Dude. Okay. One character I love a lot that I've drawn back a couple of times is the evil vending machine. I do love that character. I mean, a lot of people love that character too. Just because it is a funny concept. No. Yeah, I know. I won't get copyrighted for just drawing other characters, of course. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm just checking a reference for Evil Vending Machine because I want to draw him. I just want to be sure I got the right model. Ah, here we go. Oh, God. Here we go. Is it the right one? Yes. Great. Hold on. Oh, I'm seeing in the chat about an episode. Are you talking about the movie theater episode? The more recent one where he comes back and there's new technology that he's dealing with. That was a fun episode. Where he does go back. I know both of them. I was like, it is a commentary on movie theaters these days. Well, now movie theaters are empty, but movie theaters is trying new techniques. In that theater machine, Sergio in that theater machine. We're talking about that suit or when he was in that motion simulator one? Because that suit was supposed to be like a big weird looking onesie with sensors around it because it's supposed to be a sensory experience. So the suit would give off sensors. Let me see if I can remember that episode also. Because it is that funny, like it's supposed to be that full sensory experience with all these things. I'll see if I can remember what it looked like because I don't remember that much. I made that episode May of last year, and I know it came out fairly recently. But okay, I get what everybody's trying to say. Should I do Evil Vending Machine first or should I do me in that suit? How long are we in the chat? Oh, it's been 50-something minutes. It felt quicker. I don't know why. But, in that suit, huh? That recent episode. Mm-hmm. Okay. I might have to look on the actual episode to do that. Let me see. I'm trying to find the episode and... What was that episode? It was a movie theater episode. And... I gotta check my guide. 18, screen. Movie theater 2. Oh, 176. 176. I'll draw that. Let me see. I need the reference. It's been a while again. Can anyone still hear me? Oh. Here we go. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm playing that episode. Is just it played on this screen because you know when you have a Wacom and a computer screen, it acts like an extension. People say it's BDSM, but no, it's supposed to be. There we go. Ah, here we go. I see it. The maximum cinematic experience. There we go. Go. I'll doodle this. I'll draw it. And as you can see, it was. If you've seen the episode, it was drawn on marker. First in pencil, then marker, then skin into boom. Yeah, it's funny because the whole thing was a solid layer, and the head was rigged like that. I do like the designs of the suit, and especially the eye thing and helmet. Because we're seeing videos that are not like possibly seen by the human eyes, so we're just creating machinery to adapt to it. So, yeah, I'll draw that, then evil vending machine, and honestly, maybe I might end it because it's been an hour already. It'll be an hour by the time. Anybody got a color request? Because I'm just drawing this. I'm not going to do a full art on this. So, any color requests I can draw this in? Or I'm just going to go straight to black or blue. Should I draw chiseled or the big one? No, chiseled. Chiseled blue. I like the mouth thing. Yeah, because they're trying to add taste into it. And, you know, it is the full senses, you know. And since taste and scent are like so connected, you know. I think I'm cheapened out with the thing going into the mouth because it's so basic. It's just over a happy mouth layer. Blood red. Yeah, we'll see. You know what? Fine. I don't usually draw in red, but you know what? Excuse me. I'll do it. Oh, Sharpie red. This kind of Sharpie red, or do you want? Not the thin one, but I'll keep it to the side. Don't I have a chiseled one? Don't I have a big marker red? This one had. Ah, here I got yeah, chiseled marker red, and maybe I have big marker red, jumbo marker. I'm just digging into these big boys. I'm just digging into these, whatever this is. Purple? You know what? Purple. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do both. Purple and red. I don't usually work with these colors. There was no scene like that in that movie. In the movie that's being exampled. I know it's supposed to look really weird and awkward, but it's supposed to also work because they finally figure out how to give us a sensory experience. Red and purple. So, light green. And I'll keep it to the side. No, I can't find. Wait, do I? Oh, here's a jumbo one. All right. Colors wise set. So I'm gonna draw the body in purple. I'll draw the body in purple. Draw the little things in maybe green. Yeah, guy. Alright. So get the reference. I popped my arm. Excuse me. So dubstep drop. Wah 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 wah. Should I draw the body first? No, you know what? The head has to be first. My apologies. And I'm gonna, since the head's small and the body's gonna be big, it's gotta be. I'm gonna use this smooth Bic market. How do I draw? How do I actually start drawing this? Because remember, this whole like set was just the Sergio model with added on drawings, separate drawings of the helmet and this and that. So yeah, it's weird. It is weird. So I'm approaching this weirdly. So what? I guess it like a lot of drawings, I draw with the eyes. So I'm gonna draw that 360 eye thing first. You know what? I'm gonna add a black to the eye pupils. Yeah, I like the way I designed it. That 360 eye seam thing, because I didn't want it to be like a solid line or a line like that. I still want to imply that these are you know, pupils. So it is like a pupil next to each other. So it's like multiple pupils forming into one big pupil to see everything like a whole sphere, you know? This is the brain to like handle it, because our brains can only handle like what our two eyeballs can see. But so if you like forcefully give us like a 360 eye thing, it's going to like make our heads explode. We're not mentally used for it. So I thought that was a clever thing to like answer that question. So let's see, nose, but also got to draw in nostrils because we got that device in. All right, I feel like going red Sharpie just because haven't used red Sharpie yet. Kind of sci-fi. I want to be kind of grounded. So let me get back to this. Little mouth is a little bit stuffed, but it's just placed over. I simplified that. I know, with all that stuff together, he kind of doesn't look like me. Because I'm just trying to draw my head, but, you know, the things are covered here and here and here. But it is funny how it came out all together. It was like pieces of a puzzle that came together. So, team, I think that was it. All that I want to draw for the head. So, the body. Now we can get to the body. Purple. It's purple, but look at it. It looks like pink. Can you see that in the chat? I probably drew it a little bit too thick, but it's not supposed to be that accurate. The outlines, you know, that little like wiry veiny thing. What color should I do with that? Actually, do I even have darker purple? Like it's purple, but it doesn't look like purple. Anybody in the chat upset with that? I'm just like ruffling through markers. Here's another type of purple from Bic. So we'll try that as the veins, as this like wiry veiny thing, I guess. I know, too thick, too thick. All right, that's pretty good. Oh, nice. Gosh, this part of the camera, you just like see me like this whenever I draw. I don't know. I probably have to reset the camera, but when I have it like this, I'm like, you can see me just fine. But when I have my head down, it's like you're seeing just this. So maybe I should shrink this part of this screen so you can see the drawing more. But you can see the drawing just fine, right? This is not that much of a way in this. And I still like the part where I was like, huh. So a quick break. Well, 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm just going to prepare myself while I draw Evil Vending Machine. And that'll be the last drawing for this stream because we're an hour in. Well, I'm at it. I'm going to check my blood sugar. This kind of thing burns calories. Ooh, it's low. 66. For any diabetics or know about that, you know, that's surprisingly low. But I feel good. So, but you know, this kind of thing with hot lights and like moving your upper body, you know, burns calories. So, I'm just gonna take a quick drink of juice. Yeah, I'm only using one lamp and here. I have another like clip-on lamp that I could obviously add. Maybe I will in another live stream. I have a lot of plans for live streams. I know I'm just doodling and I like doodling. Yes, I do have diabetes. I mentioned this in a stream before. I'm almost 3 years into it, but I'm okay. I'm doing just fine. My blood sugar's low, but I'm under control, and I'm going to drink, and my blood sugar will be kind of elevated. Pretty unique design. And it's all culmination. Oh no, I can drink it if my blood sugar is low, because that means my blood needs sugar. Yeah, someone in the chat say don't drink juice that has sugar. I need it because my blood sugar is low. That means my blood does need sugar. I'm balancing it. You know, I can't drink this if my blood sugar is high. Like over like 100, 200. Well, not 100. 200. But if it's low, then I should drink juice and maybe have a cookie. So good question. Type 2. For a while it was, but I think it's 1.5. If I can say that. But I'm good. I'm fine. It took a while to like realize that, but after like 20 months, I was pretty much back to normal. So I'm okay. I'll quickly talk about cookies. I like soft cookies, sugar cookies. You know, I go for the chewy and Chips Ahoy. And I'm a fan of golden Oreos. I know. Now I'm gonna have to just shoot this thing real quick. So this drawing actually came out better than I thought. Yeah, I usually don't draw marker in marker. I like to draw in pencil, but when it comes to marker, obviously I doodle because everything can be off model and for fun, you know. With the episode where I hand draw, where I remastered episode 1 and episode 141. Everything was hand drawn, but it had to be done on paper, scanned, and put into Toon Boom. So everything had to be drawn in marker. and a lot of the drawings had to be done on pencil first. And there was a moment where I was like, I'm tired of drawing it in pencil and doing it in marker, drawing it twice and being like careful. When I draw in marker, I do like draw swiftly, like I don't know if you've seen that, because when I draw, I don't want to like. There are moments where I draw left-handed. I'm like, ee. It's hard to keep a steady hand when I draw slowly. You know, when I draw quickly, it is like a nice swoop, swoosh kind of look. All right, I'm gonna just make one more drawing left for the stream, and it's gonna be Evil Vending Machine. I like that character, I like the design. I'm throwing these papers in the recycle act, just so you know. Sorry, I'm just mentally preparing myself. So, Evil Vending Machine. I don't know why I need I need a reference, but I like drawing the character. He is like a square vending machine. I do want to talk a little bit about him. Maybe I'll talk more about him in the 12th anniversary stream whenever I get to it in 2 days. So, all right. I know. I don't know why I'm hesitating. I think I'm just thinking about. I'm thinking about the show. I'm thinking about this drawing coming up. And I think my body's just processing the juice. The juice. So, I want to draw it in a nice thick marker. Because it is going to be a bigger drawing, so. Rectangle. Yeah, I had this fun idea, like, what if there's a vending machine that's evil? Simple as that. And I screwed up already because where's the space for the gosh darn push? For the push thing, when the snack goes down, where's it gonna go? This thin thing. Oh, I screwed up. Oh well. Yeah, if this was in pencil, I would have erased it. Yeah. And also, this is already a thick marker, so the smaller pieces here are just gonna look really wonky. So this is just gonna be a fun doodle. Like I said 100 times in this gosh darn stream. There we go, nice and wonky. Where's that red marker? Yeah, here it is. And I'm still screwing up because I made 9. There's more than enough space for 9. But, you know what? I'm going to have to just, like, ink course correct this. Just here. I'm going to have to cut this off here, so... There you go. It looks like a scribbling mess, but we're here to just have fun. Fun doodling. That marker fell. Don't I have a silvery one. I do have silver. So, silver marker. So this is going to be good. Oh, this is very nice. Probably shouldn't be using this for this character, honestly. Because maybe because silver markers are hard to... They're kind of hard to get. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to be selfish and not use this anymore. It came off too good. Honestly, it came off too good. I know it sounds ridiculous, but a marker like that, I don't know if I even have more than one of those kinds of markers, but I have plenty of black markers. It's actually a boy. The evil vending machine is a boy. You know, while I'm drawing him, I do want to explain. I had after his first appearance, I wanted to do more. And I want to do more than what you've seen episodes of him already. Like, you've seen episodes of him coming back, of course. But I actually had more crazier ideas for him. You know, but I gave him this arc where he's always evil. He's always after me. He dies. Spoiler alert if you haven't been caught up. But he was going to make more appearances. And it was going to be more ridiculous. Like, there was going to be an idea that I maybe it won't come out. We'll see. Actually, it could come out. I don't know if I should spoil it, but it sounds like a fun idea. Where evil vending machine is in love with a female vending machine, and Sergio's trying to like help him hook up. It was an idea I had years ago. There's a lot of ideas for the show that never came to be. You know, I'm 200 episodes in, and there's still plenty of ideas that I'm going through. You know, you understand? So there's actually episodes that I have not been made yet. And there are even some that have been to the script stage but never been made. Or they've come back. There's like the bowling episode. That was on hold for a long time, but I finally brought it back after 10 years. So, we got that. I just realized I need to draw the chips. I need to draw the chips. I forgot to draw... I think I... Do I have orange? Orange Sharpie? Well, I'll use orange this design. Whatever. Not a nice orange thin one. I do like the drawings of the chips. You don't know what brand they are. I don't think I know what the brand. Yay. Look at that. Let's see. Did I get everything? There's gradients, obviously, but I'm just drawing. I'm just doodling. Oh, look at him. I do like this character. And there you have it, an evil vending machine. All right. What are we? Oh, an hour and 20 minutes. All right. It's a good time to end this live stream. So, anyway. Okay, sorry. Slipped a flip-flop. There we go. That's it for the live stream. The drawing live stream. The Sergio Show characters. I got a nice request, and I drew it. It was fun. It was really fun. You know, I just wanted to be a simple drawing stream of the characters from the show. I know I left out a lot of characters, and I know a lot of people have requests, of course, but I just wanted to spend some time with you guys and just draw a little bit more constructive. When I draw, I always draw alone, obviously, but it's always like I should be constructive on just doodling too. Like, how do I still want to make videos and not, you know, because when I doodle, I'm always taking time away from the show whenever I draw for the fun of it, or, you know, the time that I just spend drawing for fun, I could be working on the show, and when I work on the show, I don't have time to draw fun things, separate things. It's all, the other drawings are only necessary for the show, but if I have a funny idea for a cartoon, I will stop what I'm doing and draw. So doing a live stream and drawing for fun, this is a nice constructive way, of course. Everybody knows that. A lot of artists notice. I've done a couple, though. How many have I done? I've done like 4 or 5. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 drawings. Look, either, I don't know. We'll you know, I'm going to keep doing live streams, and I'll keep drawing. It's just, you know, it's been an hour. I like doing this once every hour or so. So this is a nice way for me to spend time making videos, which is just, you know, recording live and drawing that maybe won't be specifically for the show or any other work, but it'll at least be on the Sergio Studios Extra channel and like this. So it's a nice compromise. So there you go. So, follow my social media, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all that magical stuff. Any questions, comments? That's it for now. Hopefully either see you tomorrow or maybe on Monday, if you know what I'm talking about. So, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy, have a great weekend. I am Sergio Dominguez, saying, have an animated day.